Prison is designed to crush your spirit, to crush your soul, and to destroy your physical being. That's the only reason it's designed for. No other reason. It's to destroy you.
Muti,
yes,
what
sir.
are the circumstances that led you to come into prison?
Without being too wordy, it was a matter of being at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Came out the house about 4 o'clock. Went over to my friend's house, Pierre. His mother wouldn't let him come out, so I left the same way I came. A couple of my friends came by, they were 4 deep. I said, "We're the party," and they just like, "Well, come on with us." The conversations became reckless. I always liken it to a conversation in the locker room where the individuals are talking crazy. One person offered to buy my moped at the time. Another person talked about how rich they were going to be. It didn't make sense to me, but, you just listen. It became sort of like a secret conversation. The parties knew that I didn't know anything about. Then we left. On our way to find the actual party, we stopped on 12th and Mount Vernon, which is the store on the corner. I was hungry, so I jumped in the store real quick and was going to make a purchase. And I'm standing in line, and I knew immediately when they came in, because of their body posture, this is what they were talking about earlier. What they meant, I told them immediately, "Yo, this ain't cool."
I attempted to deter them from doing such and left the premises, and subsequently thereafter, the robbery took place and a homicide ensued. And I was asking myself, I said, how do you walk into a store looking for a snack and come out with a homicide conspiracy to a homicide robbery? And so when they took me to the youth study center, I said, damn, I'm in prison for something I didn't do. And so every night I would look for my mother to come and tell me it's time to go home.
We got affidavits from basically everybody that was involved, all the people that saw him that day, the other co-defendants. One of the co-defendants says, "What I do know is that he was never part of the job. He didn't plan it with us, he didn't hang with us, and he wasn't in the store with us. I can't even see him doing a crime." And the people who were involved, particularly one individual, in order to save his own self, his own life, basically, he implicated me, falsely implicated me. But nobody deals with or talks about the corruption that goes on in the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office. And like in my case, Richard Michaels, the damage he did, by conveying false information, manufacturing information, withholding exculpatory evidence, getting witnesses to lie. The job of the district attorney is to seek justice, not to get a conviction.
They threatened him with charging him, all of which they withheld. They tricked him. Because like I said, we were all children.
If he was involved, I didn't see him. So if you ask me to make a sworn statement, I heard that big sworn statement that I didn't see him. He wasn't involved.
One of the things I've done over the years is I've created a lexicon to actually describe the languages the things that transpire in court that nobody even has words for. Juvenile is one of the most sinister terms that they use just to keep from acknowledging the fact that we were children.
We have to disregard this terminology that minimizes the impact of incarceration. So when we say life sentence, it is a little bit misleading because in Pennsylvania, that means you're going to die in prison. So we're talking about putting children, literal children, who would normally be in middle school or junior high school. We put them in a prison with adults.
We were young and prison was prison still then. And anything bad that could happen to a kid or a young adult, adolescent or whatever, it happened there gratefully. So we lived in an environment of drugs or guys being raped, gang fights, and all kind of things going on, drug sales. So a young guy like him, a young guy like me, the only family we could have would be ourselves.
When you were growing up, who were your role models or heroes? I mean, who did you look up to? Who did you want to be like?
Well, I never wanted to be like anybody, but my role models were the sisters and brothers in the community, activists. All my life I've been taught how to resist injustice and how to fight against oppression and repression and bigotry and so forth and so on.
He's an artist. He's a brilliant journalist. You don't see people with talents like that outside of those walls, let alone inside. And the beauty of it is that he helps other people and he inspires other people.
He's about community participation, organizing the community, teaching people how to protect their own neighborhoods.
He's with the NAACP. He's with professors. He's calling professors. I mean, he's just everywhere.
For all the good that he could do within the community, and now, I mean, he's not one that's without resources. This man deserves to have some lives on the outside and feeling fresh air and fresh food.
I mean, I can see that he has not gotten used to it after all these decades. This is something that is remarkable, and it's a contribution to humanity and to civilization, to hear a voice like his.
Good person, smart, intelligent, charismatic, stand up.
When I was a kid, my grandma used to take us to the prison to go see him. So I've been able to develop a friendship and a bond with him. He's always been kind of wise in a way where he would impart wisdom, like his thing to do. And a lot of those things actually travel with me now as a man.
Looking at how he moved, looking at the way he talked, the way he carried himself, like that was a strong man that should have been here for all the other young men in his family. And that's the part where it lacked at, and I think about it all the time. I really think about it all the time, and I would love for him to see what type of man I am today. And I think he would love it.
How do you see yourself 5-10 years? What are your hopes for the future?
Well, I don't have any hopes because I don't deal with hope. Hope is like a fictional word. But I see myself free very soon.
And lo, these 41 years, 10 months, 3 weeks, 2 days, in about 8 hours, 22 minutes, in about 20 seconds.